ECDL Advanced Access Lesson 20 Using wildcards in a query. Basic wildcard characters such as the star and the question mark are covered in the standard syllabus for the ECDL Advanced qualification if that's the one that you are following. However, there are further characters which can be used, such as the square brackets, the exclamation mark, the minus sign, and the hash symbol. Here is a description and an example of use for each of these. Okay, let's open the staff database. We're going to create a new query in Design View. So create, within Queries, Query Design, and it's going to be based on the test list table. So on the right hand side, double click on the test list, and we're going to place the following fields in the query grid: employee number, surname, first name, and position. In the criteria for first name, type capital T, then a question mark, then a little m, and then a star. And then let's run the query. All names that start with the first letter as a capital T, the second letter being any character, and then the third character being a small m are listed. Let's switch back to Design View. Note that even though we originally entered T question mark M star, this has been replaced with the word like, and then the T question mark M star have been put into double quotes. Okay, let's change the question mark and replace it with open square brackets, AEO, and then close square brackets. And then let's run the query again. This time, the first letter has to be a T, the third letter has to be an M, and the second letter can only be an A, an E, or an O. Okay, let's switch back to Design View. This time, let's add an exclamation mark in just before the A. So now what should happen when we run the query, the first character would need to be the capital T, the third character would need to be a small m, and the letter in between cannot be an A, an E, or an O. Okay, let's run the query. And as we can see, the records that have been selected within the first name field, the first character was a capital T, the third character was a small m, and the second character could not be an A, an E, or an O. Okay, let's switch back to Design View. If we now change the contents of the square bracket to A and then a minus sign N, so now the second character can be any letter from A up to and including N. And as we run the query, now we have all the records for which the first character was a capital T, the third character was an M, and the second character could be any letter from A right the way through to N. Okay, let's switch back to Design View again. Let's delete the criteria for first name, and in the criteria for employee number, type like, double quotes, the number 5, hash, hash, double quotes, and then let's run the query. The hash sign represents any number. So, all 3-digit numbers that start with a 5 are listed in the query results. Okay, let's switch back to Design View. This time, let's change the criteria to like, double quotes, ##3, double quotes. And this time, when we run the query, it should show all 3-digit numbers that end with the digit 3. As it does. OK, let's close the query without saving, and then close the staff database. So we've discussed various wildcard characters. We've discussed the star, the question mark, the open and close square brackets, the exclamation mark, the minus, and also the hash symbol. At that point, we've finished lesson 20 using wildcards in a query. Now it's your job to test your understanding of queries by attempting both lesson 21 and lesson 22, which are both revision exercises covering the topic of queries. I look forward to seeing you next time, when we will start section 4, which will be on the topic of relationships. OK, I'm hoping this is making sense, and I look forward to seeing you next time.